guys, welcome back to the channel. It's MilliGen again for another one, and it's been a huge week this week for DRIP. We saw some insane price action a couple of days ago, and kind of expected, you know, people FOMO'd when had been pressed, so to speak, and I wasn't one of those, by the way, that FOMO'd. I'm playing the long game with DRIP. I mean, I'm sitting on a nice bag of DRIP at the moment anyway, but you know, I'm certainly playing the long game. I'm not in a rush to accumulate, in my opinion. But great to see that the button has been pressed, and you know, now we can move forward and start building utility for DRIP that's gonna help with DW NFT. And we made a ton of progress this week. I'm super excited, I have to say. So look, I'll just give a quick summary in terms of how the project's going to work again, so you guys are clear. So you mint your NFT, and that will be you'll be able to go through the DW NFT website to do that, or initially, if we don't have that set up, you'll be able to mint your NFT through the marketplace, the NFT marketplace that we'll be using. Then once you've done that, you'll hold your NFT for a period, but that NFT will essentially give you access to the subscriptions, the NFT subscriptions. Now, NFTs are going one-to-one with the subscription, so it's not going to be a case where there's going to be 700 NFT holders and then only 500 subscriptions. It's going to be one-to-one, and the reason we're doing that is we want to make it fair for people, and I think that's the fairest way you can do it. And we don't want to overpopulate the subscription pools, because, you know, just to get more money in for the NFTs, that's not the way this is working. So the subscriptions will be in USDT, and they will be automated as long as you have the USDT in your wallet. When your subscription's due, then it will be automated, so you don't have to worry about you know, doing manual transactions. Essentially, it's all going to be scheduled off chain, and then you can choose whether to do that weekly, fortnightly, or monthly. Then, as I've mentioned previously, the subscription fees would then be distributed at a percentage to the separate staking pools, and that would be for each of the subscription tiers, essentially. So you'd have, you know, a bronze staking pool, silver, gold star, dev staking pool as well. But it will just be a distribution of the subscription fees at a percentage basis going to those pools. And you'll see that with gold, the percentages are higher than say bronze. But what you have to bear in mind is, obviously, you are paying a higher subscription fee at around 35 a week, for gold, compared to what you'd be paying for bronze, which is like 15. So you just have to bear in mind that as well. These percentages have been modelled in a way where it makes sense. So that's why the percentages are looking like that. Obviously, for a gold, you know, the more capital you put in, the higher reward, right? So with the gold, we have extremely limited subscription pools as well, which mean that, you know, in terms of distribution of rewards, there's going to be less users to distribute to, essentially. So look, I mean, I'm going over a lot of this again, but I'm just trying to do a quick rundown so it's kind of clear. But the first 45 days is our shock and awe phase, where we're just focused on price appreciation and locking up DRIP, and no rewards will be earned during these 45 days, because we're going to put flame on DDD, basically. So any DRIP that you know, we're already going to have scheduled transactions, or scheduled amounts that will be going to sacrificing via DDD. However, what we'll be doing in shock and awe phase will be any yield that's generated will be used to then buy DRIP back and then distribute to DDD. So it's literally, you know, we're just, and it doesn't matter how many tokens are in the DDD vault, or, you know, whether it's whether there's max rounds or whatever, we don't care. We're just going to keep topping it up during those 45 days. So the idea is that if we can appreciate the price and then also have, you know, max rounds on DDD as well at the same time, that's going to incentivize people to start playing it. And we've all seen, like, you know, people have got their criticisms around DDD, and, you know, say, you know, many people believe that it's part of the reason that DRIP's gone down to these kind of price levels. But in my opinion, if you see how quickly the liquid supply dropped during DDD, it was incredible. because there was a lot of people playing at the beginning. So we want to keep that engagement high, keep people playing basically. Then the following 45 days, divide and conquer. The yield generated from Animal Farm and from the drip staking, for basically by Warrior wallets, they'll start paying out rewards to NFT holders. That's the idea. So, as I said before, the NFTs are limited supply, and the subscriptions have max limits. So we don't want a situation where pools are going to become overpopulated and rewards diluted. In a nutshell, that's how it's going to work. That's the bare bones basics of how it's going to work, without taking into account a lot of the back end stuff that's going on. But what's bullish is I had a meeting with the developer last night, and let's just say, like, all the ideas that I had in my head in terms of how I want this to go, he was confident that they can be implemented. And for me, that it was just amazing to hear that, because it's kind of makes you feel that all the effort, weekends, late nights that you put into building this, or at least designing this solution, it just makes it all worthwhile. And that's where we're at the moment. Like, we are moving. Like, the NFTs are designed. I need to go through and send a rough UI layout to the developer, so he's got an idea of what kind of theme we're looking for the web page. We're going to start with our minting contracts for the NFTs first, so we're able to raise capital to buy drip and add liquidity, and to do that kind of in about a month to 6 weeks. That would be the target for that. So the first range that we're going to launch is going to be the Gold Star NFTs, and I can share one of these NFTs now. This is a preview. So yeah, as you can see, this is an Apache's NFT, and with our tribe NFTs, there's 10 types, and they're all tribe NFTs basically. So they're different tribes. I'm not going to tell you which tribes they are. I'm leaking the Apaches, but there's another 9, put it that way. And these NFTs are part of the Gold Star range. So if I can zoom in here, I can show you that's the Gold Star. And I want to give a massive shout out to Cryptocraft, Gaz and Jo, who helped with the design of this. So they were the guys involved in the early stages of DDD design, I believe. But yeah, they've done a great job. Like, kind of been going back and forth on design just to get this right. But I'm really happy with how this looks now. We're going to hopefully add some movement code into these NFTs as well. So I spoke to the developer who said he's able to do that. And so these Gold Star NFTs will be priced at 2.1 BNB. These Gold Star NFTs will give you access, or provide you token access to the DRIP Warrior DAO. Now, the DRIP Warrior DAO is being created as... So the way you think about DRIP Warriors, right, is DRIP Warriors is a collection of DRIP maxes, okay? We've the admin team, like I'm in the admin team, and obviously the guys in the admin team who created the Warriors, they're clear on the fact that this group needs to be 100% supportive of DRIP. Like, there's no back channeling, there's no everything that's mentioned in the group pretty much stays in the group. It's that kind of dynamic at the moment, and the reason they're doing that is because they just want to create a tight unity between DRIP members and not allow for the FUD and the negativity to spread as quickly as it can. What Warriors are trying to do now is we're trying to build on what we have in terms of this small segment of the community trying to support DRIP, and create a DAO group which will be 70 people essentially, which basically ties into the Gold Star NFTs where there'll be 70. And these investors are basically going to be DRIP maxis that are committed to supporting DRIP over the long term, and helping community projects that are trying to build utility. And there'll be opportunities to invest early in these projects. There'll be a full vetting of the projects to see how they support DRIP and understanding of the team, all that kind of stuff. You'll be able to earn rewards and have a say in the future of DRIP as well through voting and proposals. And as I said before, you'll need a Gold Star NFT to access. So for that reason, we want to launch these Gold Star NFTs first. Well, like we should be able to do this without having our website set up. Like people should be able to go and mint their NFTs. But like I've scheduled in kind of a month to 6 weeks to be able to do that. So we'll see how we go on that. But that's going to be the first phase. And then one BNB of each NFT that's sold will then go to the DRIP Warriors DAO. We'll send that to the multi-sig, and then the DAO will be the ones that will be deciding how to allocate that capital. And there's two separate sides to this. So the Gold Star NFT gives you two different types of utility at the moment. So you'd have the DAO access, but also it will allow you to be subscribed under DRIP Warriors NFT. Costs around $46 a week, and it will be, so the subscription pools will be limited to 70 members, but you'll also earn rewards as well as part of DRIP Warriors NFT in the form of DRIP. So it's a great way to support the project. And obviously I've said to you before how DRIP Warriors will be supporting. So if you think that you'd like a Gold Star, then I'd just keep posted with information that's coming in the DRIP Warriors. Like the other thing I would say as well is that, and this is super bullish, speaking in the meeting yesterday that we had, it was confirmed to me that basically all the Warrior Wallet automation that I wanted to happen can happen. And what that means is basically we can have transactions, the transactions that we need to support the DRIP price, i.e. buying DRIP, increasing liquidity, removing DRIP from supply, all the transactions that we need to happen repetitively to support the price. We can do that separately across each of the staking pools, and that can all happen through automation and off-chain. And I mean that when I was told by the developer that would be achievable, I mean it brought such a little smile to my face. I can't even begin to tell you, because that was probably the main concern I had. I didn't want to do this for a multi-sig because I knew it'd become a ball ache, to be honest. And the fact it can be done through automation, it's going to be insane. Because the main thing we're going to have, the main challenge, I would say, for DRIP, once the Faucet is retired, like completely retired, is going to be volume. Like, what is the incentive for people to still keep buying and selling? There could be a stage where people just think, right, I'm just going to sit on this now for 12 months or however long before they do anything with their tokens. And that's what we want to avoid. We don't want that to happen at all, because a lack of volume means that the supply is not going to move and nothing's going to happen. And that's why this DRIP Warriors NFT is so important. My plan is to do a couple of videos a week just to provide an update to you guys. I know many of you guys have been reaching out, ask what's happening. You have to appreciate that there's a lot of work going on in the back end. Obviously, I've got a full-time job, and many of the development team have as well. So look, we're working through and doing our best, and we're not going to give up at all. And had a great meeting, as I said yesterday, which gave me a lot more confidence as well. And obviously the community have given me confidence as well, in terms of backing the efforts that we're putting forward here. So last thing I'll say is a couple more things just to wrap up. So I'm hoping to find some time to wrap up the light paper soon. The reason it's not being wrapped up is because there's still little changes at the moment that are going on, and I don't really want to release anything until I'm confident that we are we're confident that it's going to be close at least to the final product that we'll be building. So that's why there's a little bit of a delay there. I mean, we had so with the DRIP Warriors DAO, that only came about kind of, I think, towards the end of last week. So there was a lot of changes that have been made for the to the light paper to support the DRIP Warriors DAO as well. Just do as you've been doing. Like, let me know what your thoughts are anyway. Like, a few of you come back to me in chats and commented on the videos as well. So please like, comment and subscribe. And yeah, if you've got any questions in the chats, I will come back to you, I promise. And yeah, I'll reach out. So thanks a lot, guys, for listening, and I'm so bullish and excited about this, so I hope you are too. All right, all the best.